Did you know that right now, your baby is only the size of a single raspberry? But do not let that tiny size fool you. Inside that tiny body, a miniature heart is already beating at an incredible 160 times a minute. At 8 weeks, your baby graduates from looking like a little alien to finally having a recognizable human shape. Let's take a journey deep inside your womb to see exactly how your body is building a human being from scratch. Right now, all the essential organs are forming, but wait until you see what's happening to the hands. Notice how big the head is? At week 8, your baby's head makes up almost half of their entire body. That is because the brain is developing at lightning speed, creating thousands of new neural pathways every single minute. On the face, those 2 dark spots are the eyes. Retinal pigment is forming to give their eyes color. Tiny eyelids are starting to grow right now. They will soon fuse shut to protect the eyes as they develop. The tip of their nose is present, and the upper lip has formed. But the most incredible change is hidden deep inside the chest. Inside the chest, that rapidly beating heart has now officially divided into 4 distinct chambers, just like yours. Delicate valves are opening and closing inside the heart, ensuring blood flows in the right direction to nourish their growing body. A complex network of veins and arteries is already stretching from the heart, delivering life-saving oxygen to every developing organ. Right below the heart, the liver is working overtime. Right now, it is the main factory producing their red blood cells. Their intestines are growing so fast that they temporarily bulge into the umbilical cord. But how are those tiny arms and legs actually growing? Those little limb buds that appeared last week are stretching out into recognizable arms, bending slightly where the elbows will be. At the end of those arms, your baby now has hands. But right now, they look more like tiny little paddles. Ridges are forming on those paddles. Soon, the webbed tissue between them will melt away, leaving behind 10 perfect fingers. The lower half of the body is catching up too. Leg buds are extending, preparing to form thighs, knees, and calves. Tiny foot paddles are also appearing, complete with microscopic webbed toes. Yet, there is a secret way they are already moving. Inside the spinal cord, tiny nerve fibers are rapidly connecting the growing brain to those newly formed muscles in the limbs. As the nerves lock into place, microscopic muscle fibers begin to contract for the very first time in their life. This causes spontaneous twitching. Your baby is already wiggling their body, even though they are far too small for you to feel it. They are floating safely in the amniotic sac, a warm pool of fluid that cushions them from every bump and movement you make. Next to them, the yolk sac that provided early nutrients is shrinking. But there is one strange feature they are about to lose forever. Look closely at the bottom of their spine. Your baby actually has a tiny, visible tail. Do not worry, this is completely normal. At week 8, this vestigial tail is rapidly shrinking and being absorbed into the body. Inside their limbs, the soft, flexible cartilage that makes up their skeleton is slowly starting to harden into real bone. This hardening structure allows their new elbows and knees to work. They can now bend their tiny arms across their chest. Inside their mouth, microscopic bumps are appearing on their tongue. These are the very first taste buds. So is it a boy or a girl? The answer might surprise you. Your baby's sex was determined the exact moment of conception by their DNA. But on the outside, boys and girls still look completely identical. However, deep inside their tiny abdomen, the internal reproductive organs, either ovaries or testes, are already beginning to form. Meanwhile, the placenta is branching out into the uterine wall. It is creating a massive network of blood vessels to take over feeding the baby. This massive construction project is why you might feel completely exhausted right now. Your body is flooded with pregnancy hormones. Your uterus has doubled in size, expanding to make room for this rapid growth. But there is one vital nutrient you cannot afford to skip: folic acid. This superhero nutrient is rushing into your baby's body right now to help perfectly close their developing spinal cord. Your body is also creating almost 50% more blood to support the baby, so drinking plenty of water is absolutely crucial. You are literally growing a brand new organ, bones, and a beating heart from scratch. From a tiny cluster of cells to a raspberry-sized human with a beating heart and brainwaves, week 8 is a true miracle. Every week brings a massive new change to your baby's body. If this blew your mind, hit subscribe, Plume. We explain your body like no one else does.